Hello! All right, it is collage time. So I am inspired by Mark Paper Scissor, who makes really cool collages by cutting and gluing different papers. So I only have these three colors at home in full sheets. So I went through some magazines and I got some fun pages that I pulled out that I'm allowed to cut. So I'm going to be using some of those. And then I even have, you can go through your junk mail, anything that your family says is okay for you to cut. I've got the front of a greeting card. I'm actually going to use that because I'm loving the little sparkle on there. But you can use other materials. You can use boxes from like cereals and different things like that. So the most important thing is you want to have one sheet that you're going to keep whole, and then you're going to glue all the pieces to it. So I'm thinking I might keep my light blue paper just like that, and then I'm going to cut some other pieces out. Okay, so what kind of shapes, what different things you're going to cut out? This is abstract, so you don't need it to represent anything if you don't want it to. Meaning you can just use shapes and lines. If you want it to look like something, like maybe it's an abstract outer space scene or an abstract kind of roller coaster or something like that, you are welcome to do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is on the green paper, just to show you, I'm going to draw some shapes and then I'm going to cut them out. So I want you to notice something that I'm doing. I am not drawing something right in the middle of the paper and cutting that all out. I'm starting along the edge. So I might have some shapes like this. I might cut out some rectangles. I might cut out a triangle. So some of these shapes are going to be geometric, shapes that have rules. This has a rule. It is a square. All the sides are equal. This has rules. There are three sides that are straight. That's a triangle. This shape does not have rules, so it's a free form or organic shape. Same with this. It's a shape, but it doesn't have any rules. Okay, so I'm gonna start off and see how I kind of group them together like puzzles. So, and I also am using the edge of the paper to help me out so I don't have to do as much cutting. And look, I can even connect that, and then this could be its own shape here. And I'm not gonna cut this whole piece of green paper out because I don't need that much. And one thing that's great, I use crayon because I wasn't really too worried about it, because I can flip these pieces over so you can't even see my lines. So I'm going to cut my fun little shape. And I'm just looking at Mark Paper Scissors artwork, the ones that are really abstract. And I'm just being inspired and looking at the different shapes that he uses. I'm not copying. I'm just being inspired, like, he uses, the combination of geometric and freeform shapes. I can see rectangles and circles, but then I can see all these other shapes. So I'm going to flip these over so I don't see, and I'm going to put them on my blue paper. Flip them over. And I'm already, look at this. I'm already kind of liking some of the stuff that's happening. And they can go off the edge. They can overlap. So that's kind of looking neat, but you get to move it around because you're the artist. You might say, I might do this a little differently. So I don't want to put those two together because they're kind of these similar round shapes. Maybe I'll do that. Okay. So then I've got this piece. And I'm actually, this time I'm not going to draw out of shape. I'm just going to kind of be inspired by what I'm cutting, because since I'm not trying to represent anything, I'm not too worried about exactly what it looks like. Ooh, because maybe I think to myself, maybe this is an abstract garden, and then this is a snake, and then these are different plants. So you could have something in mind. Look, I can use the piece that I didn't use there. That's fun. And I'm actually going to make some skinnier pieces. Again, I'm cutting all these together like so. And then maybe something like this. Okay. Put my little scraps to the side. All right, so I do like to balance things out, so I don't want to have like all of my dark green all grouped together in one spot, right? And I might have this go underneath. Oh, and it can even go through it. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Oh, I like that. And since this one's kind of swirly and that one's kind of swirly, I think I'm actually gonna put this over here. Maybe like that. And then this round shape here. And I might have these pieces. Again, I'm balancing. So I've got a little bit of green everywhere. And again, I don't care if it goes off the edge. Ooh, and then what if I put this one? This one could even go in front of that. And then I need some other greens down here. I might go like this. Okay, ooh, I ended up with a little piece like that and I kind of like it. I'm starting with my bigger shapes first. Then I can go in and think about, what kind of lighter shapes? So I'm gonna look through my magazine papers and decide which color. And some of them, this is cool that it has a design on it and then it becomes like a different texture in there. Oh, I'm kind of liking, ooh, what about this? Okay. So I'm looking at his work and I am seeing some smaller shapes. So can you draw these out before you cut them? Yes. So I'm gonna cut a little circle. I'm gonna kind of even that out there. Boop. Look at that. Isn't that fun to have the pattern? So you can find all different kinds of designs and textures in magazines. You could have ones that look like, you know, photographs of trees and water. There's a triangle. Now I think I need maybe an organic shape that's kind of thin. And really some of the lines, this becomes almost more like a line than a shape. I could do that. I don't know if I want a ton of this though. Okay, so now I'm gonna add one more little shape up here. Artists a lot of times do things in odd numbers. So for example, right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is not an odd number. 3 is, and 5 is odd, but not 4. And to me, I do think I need one more. Either I'm only gonna do 3, or I'm gonna do 5, and I'm gonna add one more. And you know what? I think I'm gonna do 3. So odd numbers are usually pretty satisfying when making your artwork. And then I've got, look at the little sparkly thing here. Let me cut this. And so it's already kind of this cool triangle, but I don't want to just have one. So it's coming apart here. So I might have, and again, odd numbers. And maybe it could just be one that's like a little attention getter there. Maybe it's going there. And then maybe I'm gonna make this into 2 different types of triangles. And it can go underneath, go like this. So once I'm getting to this point, mark, paper, scissors collages are really detailed. He's got lots of little lines and things like that. So you might want to consider adding more in there. And if you're running out of paper, you could also use marker or crayon or whatever. So, because I love how he's got little lines in different places. Like that. I like that with the 3. Look, odd numbers again, 3. And maybe little triangles in different places or little spots. So I'm gonna do that, and I think I'll have, oh, this looks kind of fun, like a different shape here. Maybe have some of these come off of there. Once I get it kind of filled up the way I want, then you can glue. And I glue very carefully piece by piece. And I think a glue stick is the best thing to use for this. You can see how much I've pulled it up. And I work on the ones underneath first. So like here, I would start with this green piece, flip it. You know, you don't want to do it right on the collage. Flip it, add your glue. And I like going around the edge. Can you see, just like that? And then you're gonna glue it where you want, and then you can work on the pieces that go above it. So if I have a piece overlapping, now I can go there. And if you have a phone or a camera, you could take a picture of the way that you'd like it in case it all gets shifted while you're gluing it. And then you don't have to worry so much, because mine are already starting to shift. But it's abstract, so you know, it might end up even better in the end than you wanted it to. Once you've glued all those pieces down, don't forget to roll your glue down, snap the cap so it lasts a long time. And then you can go in, if you have marker and you want to add little details, you can add those little pieces that maybe you didn't want to cut out. So I could add some stripes like that. Now you don't want to do that till you're all done with it, because then what if you're gluing it and it doesn't match up the way you want? Although that looks kind of nice like that, don't you think? All right, so good luck on your mark, paper, scissor inspired collages.